Life Will Change is one of my favourite songs in the Persona 5 soundtrack. Now, that's hardly a controversial statement. It is one of several great songs in one of the strongest, most distinctive original soundtracks of any role-playing video game of recent years. However, I want to focus down on what makes this song in particular so great, to understand why it sticks in my memory more than any other song in the soundtrack, and that's likely because of where and when it plays. No worries if you've never played a Persona game, whether you're a fan of the franchise already or an obsessive nut who eats, lives and dreams Persona 5. Hopefully you'll find what I've got to say now interesting. This song is a reprise of the theme tune that plays at the start of the game in the introduction movie. The emblematic song Wake Up, Get Out There is a great introduction to the Phantom Thieves, who are the main cast of Persona 5. They're a group of rebellious teenagers determined to do their part in improving society by resolving the hidden evils that are generally ignored by the law. It's a call to action, a starting point for the main theme of rebellion that permeates the entire game. It's a brilliant song. The melody, composed by Shoji Meguro, has beautiful accompanying lyrics by Benjamin Franklin that are brought to life soulfully by Lin Inazumi. It also sets the tone for the game. Persona 5 is extremely contemporary. It's set in modern day Tokyo, and its soundtrack complements that with funky, jazz-infused music designed to keep you nodding along at all times. But the song that stuck in my head more than almost any other was when that original melody from that opening movie reared its head again once I was several hours into the game. It comes just before a moment of victory for the player. It's not itself a victory theme. This is nothing as trite as a little ditty that plays after a grand accomplishment. It's the theme that plays as you make the winning final decisive move. Let me explain. Persona 5's gameplay revolves around 8 palaces, cognitive mental constructs that you have to infiltrate and work your way through towards the treasure hidden at the end. Once the treasure has been found, the gang retreats, sends a calling card to their intended target, and then returns to enact the grand heist. To give you an analogy, if Persona 5 was a game of chess, this would be the first checkmate of the game, and a point where the final check was predicted in 3 or so moves. And there, as you step back into the palace for the final time, you're greeted by this insane, high-pitched guitar riff that opens up into a brilliant reprise of that original melody. For the first 5 palaces of the game, there is no vocals, just the brilliant, spicy guitar proclaiming your coming victory. The music overrides everything else in the game, so whether you head straight to the target or you get sidetracked completing minor side quests, completing and beating some small enemies to level up, this piece will rock out beside you until the treasure is in sight. The weird thing is, the song is so upbeat despite the fact it's in a minor key. The tune is so bouncy and energetic that just doesn't matter. It's the perfect accompaniment to keep the tension high as the Phantom Thieves dive in for the kill, missing just one important component. As you reach the 6th dungeon, which is a major story turning point in the game, the theme is replaced. The entire song shifted to accompany Lin's soulful lyrics. Whereas before you were pumped up by the guitar melody, now she proclaims loudly the gang's intent with an updated, rewritten rendition of the original theme song. Whereas Wake Up was a call to action, Life Will Change proclaims the inevitability of success. It's a true anthem of the Phantom Thieves that represents everything the story has been leading up to at this point. But lyrics themselves aren't the only things added. Maybe this is deliberately done, maybe it's just a necessity to match her voice. The whole song shifts key from G sharp minor to F minor. It's a very subtle shift between these 2 minor chords. The change may even go unnoticed on your first listen, but it's apparent to anyone who re-listens to the opening guitar riffs in both songs. That initial guitar on the instrumental track is much higher pitched, which fits the energetic excitement that the song demands, whilst the vocal version begins with a slightly deeper, much more menacing and more serious sound, which fits the higher stakes present at this late point in the game. It's a minor change, but one very professionally done that completely changes the tone of the entire song, far more than just adding the vocals to reveal the song's intent. Whichever version you prefer, Life Will Change has found a permanent place on my playlist, and it really is a prime example of a seriously strong soundtrack in action.